Do you tend to look at reviews for a restaurant before you attend? Will one bad review make you second guess going to that restaurant? Or will one bad review send you packing and never want to see that restaurant again? Here at Cuisine Consulting Inc., we understand that to err is human and that not everyone has perfect reviews, but we will work with you to keep your restaurant flowing smoothly and skyrocketing that customer experience. Cuisine Consulting Inc. started with friends turning into family. From years of roughing it in school together to starting our own business, we know how it feels to treat each other like family, and that's what we strive to do with our restaurants. We started in 2020 and have grown quickly. We have over 200 success stories, and we average a 4.9 star rating for our customer and restaurant reviews. Though our numbers don't lie, we definitely prefer to focus on quality rather than quantity. We strive to help restaurants while keeping everyone happy and comfortable. Though your ratings on Yelp and other various websites may be moved to the back burner of your mind when you're focused on the other important aspects of your restaurant, they are still very, very important, especially from a customer's point of view. Multitasking is a very difficult thing when your entire restaurant is at stake. Our team of experts specializes in everything you could possibly need, including strategic planning, marketing, menu development, training, and business development. I'm Ashley McLeod, and I am the head of marketing. I pride myself in being one of the founding members of Cuisine Consulting Inc., as we have such an amazing backstory. I specifically chose marketing because I want to let our future clients know how important these seemingly minute tasks can make a big change in a business's revenue, atmosphere, and many other things. Cuisine Consulting Inc. will always have your best interests in mind. We refuse to be paid unless your restaurant is seeing true results. I graduated college with a business degree in accounting. Though this may not seem directly related to marketing, it is very important to understand the basics of a business before you can branch out. Between me and my colleagues, we have majored in just about any type of business-related degree you can think of. This is very important as we do have experience in all of the roles of business, so we can help you to focus on what you would like to with your business, and we can focus on those small, tedious tasks. Obviously, all of this schooling is very tedious, takes a very long time, and you have a business to run. We don't expect you to go to college while you're running your business. You've most likely already endured those things, so we master these subjects. We take the time so your employees don't have to. We want you to be able to focus on your cuisine. Shenanigans in Dahlonega, Georgia is a pub known for its Irish-American themed menu and its large spirits selection. The restaurant has been open for over 20 years and even features live music from groups local to the small town. Menu favorites include fish and chips and bangers and mash, which is an Irish sausage and mashed potatoes meal. Though Shenanigans is the only Irish restaurant in town, there are still a few competitors related to this restaurant. Bourbon Street Grill, another popular restaurant located on the square in Dahlonega, is a very popular restaurant with the locals. They also have food in the same price range in a pet-friendly and large outdoor seating area. The main difference between these two is that Bourbon Street does not have a similar selection of alcohol whatsoever. Pueblo's is another restaurant locals love, and it is a Mexican restaurant. It is also priced similarly and has a competitive drink menu to Shenanigans. The downside of Pueblo's is it is about half a mile off of the square, which is kind of an annoying walk for most people who are touring the square. It does, on the other hand, have a larger parking lot, which neither Shenanigans or Bourbon Street have. Shenanigans has many strengths, one of those being their menu. A lot of customers or repeat customers, including one who said after their 4th visit, they decided it was finally time to leave a review. They said that they've always sat outside, which is a big plus for Shenanigans. Not many restaurants offer outdoor seating with pets. They also talked about the drinks and how well the prices were, and food prices are also quite reasonable. Service has always been exceptional, per that customer as well, and that is a very good review that we love to see. Shenanigans even makes a good first impression on restaurant goers. One said that they absolutely loved it, the wait time was minimal, and their food was delicious. The customer did explain that there were no options for handicapped people in terms of the upstairs seating, but there is downstairs and outside seating available. Most of these good reviews will lead to a slight weakness, which we'll get into next. As mentioned in the previous review, Shenanigans could work on their accessibility in their restaurant. Another review also stated that the food does not always come out hot or fresh. This specific one also goes over the fact that people were smoking nearby. It looks like we definitely need to work on those smoking areas. Another reviewer goes into detail on how there is not a whole lot of room depending on the space that you are seated in Shenanigans. Though Shenanigans is in an old house, it should still be a little more spacious for guests. They also talked about the $1 bills, which are tried and true for Shenanigans, that may or may not be sanitary. They also went over the bathroom, which is only one bathroom, one toilet, and it is unisex. With that many people in one restaurant, we should definitely open up and have more than one restroom. It is important to know what your customers are feeling about your restaurant. Obviously, it is always such a mood boost to know what you're doing amazing at, and it's always a good heads up to know things you maybe need to work on. Here at Cuisine Consulting, Inc., we understand that every restaurant isn't perfect, and we're here to help you with the next best steps for your company. We hope that you will take these recommendations, read them over, and enforce them at your own will. Like we read in the previous reviews, there are definitely a few things we recommend that will help your customers be just that much happier at your restaurant. One of those things, which is always important, is handicap accessibility. Though it is not a requirement at restaurants, it is very helpful for our customers and they very much recommend it. It is also nice to make sure there is enough space for these people to get around. Handicap does not matter in terms of everyone just needs a little bit of breathing room. Another opportunity that was plainly stated in these reviews was that Shenanigans does not offer the most parking in the entire world. Though that is not a fault of their own, just because Shenanigans is located directly on the square, there are opportunities to help customers find parking. We could easily find signs and ways to place in the road where customers can easily find parking to be able to get to the restaurant quickly. Though it's never fun to admit, there are some very, very important opportunities that Shenanigans has to work on that could possibly result in them losing customers if not. One of those would most definitely be consistency in food. Many of these reviews, if you scroll through, do go over the fact that not everything was fresh, not everything was warm, and not everything tasted so great. That is a very big image pain for restaurants. We must keep food consistent or people will not come back. Another very serious issue for Shenanigans would be the fact that there is not a designated smoking area. Many do not agree with smoking and definitely do not love the smell of smoke while eating. Secondhand smoking is also very serious, and a lot of these restaurant goers are already sitting outside because it is so cramped inside the building. Avoiding both of these two things would definitely make the customers a lot happier. Here is a breakdown of everything we just went over. It is known as a SWOT analysis chart, which stands for your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. This is a good layout to review in the future if you don't want to listen to all of these videos over again. To conclude, it is most definitely important to go over these reviews of your restaurant. They constantly monitor the happiness of your customers, and it is the telltale sign of how good your business is doing. Without constantly checking on these minuscule things, they can slip through the cracks and you can end up with a very unhappy customer. When there are bigger tasks at hand, it can be easy to forget about your reviews, but it doesn't make it any less than necessary. I myself and Cuisine Consulting Inc. most definitely appreciate the opportunity you have given us to apply our expertise and help the restaurants we know stay ahead of the game. We hope your recommendations are to assist the improvement of your restaurant's overall image and that it was beneficial to you. Cuisine Consulting Inc. is always available by email at cuisineconsultinginc@gmail.com. We would also love to speak to you during our business hours, so please see our attached phone number. And we also have an office and we would love to see your faces, so if you would ever like to chat in person, please stop by and see us. We hope you enjoy our complimentary takeaway item, our Cuisine Consulting Ink wine glass, to remind you how delicate and wonderful it is to have a Cuisine Consulting Co. to make your cuisine look that much fancier. Again, thank you for taking the time to hear us out, and please feel free to reach out to your Cuisine Consulting Inc. when you're ready to focus on your cuisine and leave the rest to our team.